All right, what's up, everybody? The time for me has finally come. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are at. And whether you know me personally or you just happen to stumble across my page, it doesn't even matter. You're in luck. You guys just accidentally walked into the first chat of the Chocolate Milk Corner with your host who does the most, Chocolate Milk Poppy, okay? Now, let me just say, first video, super excited. Now, look, listen, you guys. I know everybody comes across all these different YouTube channels and they cover specific things and everything like that. But I'm gonna be covering a little bit of everything, and I feel like a lot of different types of people. Jesus freaks, all the entrepreneurs, all the musicians, all the fashionistas, all the fashion police, because Lord knows we need a few of those. And most importantly, all my nerds around the world. Let me tell you something. I may be a cool dude, but I am a big nerd at the end of the day. And I don't care. You feel me? Just to let you guys know, the trick to my treats happen to be the Power Rangers. If you don't know me, then you don't know that I am obsessed with the Power Rangers. For those of you who do know me, well, you guys know. Now, like I said in the beginning, I'm going to be covering different types of different types of topics on a regular basis. However, since I love the Power Rangers and I am obsessed with them, and again, I am a nerd, don't be surprised if you get a lot of that material, at least for these first couple of videos, okay? That doesn't mean I don't love everybody else. That just means I'm trying to, build myself up, hang out a little bit, check the temperature, you know what I'm saying? Now, we're going to kick this off kind of fun, so I'm going to be doing different segments or different series and everything like that. And I actually have a really big treat for you guys for this first one, okay? So a couple weeks ago, my little brother and I, we went to Atlanta. We went to the 2025 Ranger Stop and Pop. And basically, for those of you who don't know, it's a Comic-Con that is devoted to the fans of the Power Rangers community and to the actual Power Rangers themselves, all right? Now, that weekend was full of surprises, okay? We got to meet and interview a whole lot of people. And when I say a whole lot of people, I am also including a few Power Rangers, a few fans, a couple of the vendors who were out there, a couple of the cosplayers. So, you guys are going to get to see a little bit of what we got to see and get to meet some of the people that we got to meet also. Now, I am going to go ahead and warn everybody. This is my first video. You know how it goes. You know how it goes with the first video, okay? But don't you even worry about it. Over time, I'm going to be growing. I'm going to be getting a little bit better at all of this. And the only way you guys are going to be able to witness the undeniable glow up is if you stick around. So what I'm going to need you guys to do is go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to need you to go ahead and like the video. And I'm going to need you to go ahead and hit the little bell so that way when I start posting other stuff, you guys will get the notification and you can see it and you can come back. We can have these little chit chats and we can run through the whole process all over again. Don't that sound like so much fun? I think it does. Now, with that being said, I'm going to need y'all to go ahead and grab a straw, sit back and relax, and let's get ready to chat. Okay, and by the way, we're going to call this episode, well, I'm going to say the first episode, well, I'm going to say the first, series that I'm doing. We're going to call this one, Chocolate Milk on the Streets. And I'm still working on names for that, but as of right now, I kind of like that name, so if you don't like it, that's too bad. And if you do like it, thank you. As a matter of fact, let me take it back a little bit. If you don't like it, it's not too bad. If you don't like it, there's a whole comment section where you can go ahead and drop in there different names or different possible names. That doesn't mean I'm going to take each name and run with it. But if I find one that's better than Chocolate Milk in the Streets, I'll take that one and I'll run with it. That'll be okay. But, anywho, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the 2025 Ranger Stop and Pop in Atlanta, Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. You already know what it is. This is the first time you are tapping into the Chocolate Milk Corner. And what we're going to do here is have a good time. Over here, you already know that this is the best place to be at if you're a nerd anywhere around the world. We're going to be talking about all the things that we love to talk about. Entertainment, movies, comic books. But today's a special day because what I love to talk about is Power Rangers. And that's exactly what we're here for today. Today we are at the 2025 Ranger Stop and Pop in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a special one because this one is going to be the last one, but it's cool. I got my guest star with me, my guest co-host, 1441 Max. Yeah, you good, man? We're gonna see some cool things. We're gonna see some cool people. We're gonna have a good time out here, man. Let's get into the chat. Come on. As you can see, we in the middle of the chaos. We got all kind of vendors. If you just look over there, you can see his Power Rangers are already all over the place. Some of them are just walking around, as a matter of fact.
Music licensing reimagined.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
All right, so we have our first guest on the Chocolate Milk Corner. We all know her as Tanya, the Yellow Zeo Ranger, and the Yellow Turbo Ranger. We have Miss Nakia Baris. Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you for doing this interview with us. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So I just have a couple quick questions for you. So my first one is, did you, when you first got the role and you were walking on set and everything, did you just imagine this day so many years later? Could you see it at the time?
Imagine this day today.
Not this day specifically, but like all of this, everything.
No, I would. No one could have ever told me that 30. When did I get on this show? 30 years ago, 1995. That people would remember my character and that I would be co-owning a comic convention. Like nobody could have ever told me that. So I'm very appreciative to have been on the show.
Of course. And then we've been having a lot of reunions and everything come back lately. Would you want to do another one? What would you want to see Tanya, or what would you want to see for a storyline for her if you wanted her to come back on screen?
Just pay some kind of homage to Tanya. My entire cast has been back. I'm the only one from my cast that has not been back from the cast of Zeo. It would be great. It would be great to be more than just, I was in Once and Always, but just in action figure form. So it'd be great to just be able to come back.
Fair enough, fair enough. And then I also saw that you did the comic book story for Tanya as well. Do you plan on doing some more of those?
I am. I'm actually working on a new series called The Never Never Kids.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with Power Rangers, but it is an action adventure story where these kids they're fighting aliens and they get superhero powers and they have no idea how they got them.
Okay, we love that too. And then my last question for you: if you could go back in time just to give Never Nakia and Tanya any advice, what would you want to give them? Or what would you want to say to them?
Appreciate every moment. Use every moment as a stepping stool for the next. And talk to God even more.
Amen.
For direction.
Amen. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, that's pretty much all we have right now. Thank you again for doing this interview with us, and you have a great day.
You too.
That's it. All right, guys.
We have another friend that we're coming across. Would you mind introducing yourself to us one more time, please?
I'm Greg. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, and I've been a Power Ranger fan since 1993.
Just OG Power Rangers.
Yeah, I'm not a true original fan. I came in like after Tommy was already there.
Okay.
So for me, Power Rangers was always 6 people, and then I went back and saw it from the beginning.
Tell me what it is about Power Rangers that's so special for you. What's that thing that just resonates with you?
I think diversity.
Okay.
You know, being able to look back in 1993, so I was probably, gosh, I'm 40 now. But being a kid and being able to look on the screen and see like a black superhero, even though he was a Black Ranger, you know, a black superhero who wasn't a thug or wasn't a gang member, had like a positive impact on like his friend group, and I think that tradition carried on, you know, as they went on to different series.
Okay, so if you could pick a Ranger, which one would you want to be? What color? Besides black.
It's hard because I know it's kind of like when a parent is asked to pick their favorite kid. You know, kind of every series you have a love for it for a different reason.
You can have multiple answers for this one. It doesn't have to just be one Ranger.
I mean, the first season, I think I identified with Zach because of what I told you, but
Okay.
also Billy because he was like the nerd.
Is that your favorite season, or is it safe to say Lightspeed is your favorite season?
My favorite season, actually, I think is Lost Galaxy.
Okay.
Not to say I don't love Lightspeed. It was all about destiny and like you determining your own destiny
Music
and not
licensing
being something that was
reimagined.
predetermined for you.
If you could pick a season that would get a movie somewhere that we could just start fresh from for a movie, would it still be Lost Galaxy for the movie?
I think in space,
Okay.
because I think there's so much more to unpack there.
What's up, guys? I'm Cecil with Peach City Inc., all the way from Fort Worth, Texas.
And you're co-founder of?
I am co-founder and owner of the business as well. We do full one-of-a-kind custom designs.
Okay.
All of everything that we do is actually made by local artists in the Texas area, actually.
Okay.
So it's something crazy. This is our first design that we did with Austin St. John.
Okay.
It's called the Rangers of Samurai. And my artist actually who did this is actually based from Vegas. His name is Mario. He's amazing.
Okay. Now I know we asked you a couple of these questions already, but so which season would you say would be your favorite season? Or your favorite team?
So my favorite team has to be OG Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Okay.
Hands down, without a doubt. But my second, for sure, would have to be the Mystic Force, and then my third would have to be the Wild Force.
Ooh.
So those are my top three right there.
Okay. So let me ask you, what do you take away from Power Rangers? What's so special from it for you?
Man, honestly, the teamwork, the collaborations, the understandings of different cultures and different people, man. Whenever I was growing up, I didn't have the best role models, and then I would go home after school and watch Power Rangers, man. All the different series, seeing everybody's character development, learning how to work together and understand each other, man, it was just something that I love.
So you know,
Absolutely.
each group is different from each other.
Absolutely.
Yep. So if you could pick a Ranger, which one would you want to be?
Man, if I could pick a Ranger to be somebody,
Yeah.
honestly, I just love the character development for him. It would be Merrick from Power Rangers Wild Force,
Okay.
the Lunar Wolf Ranger. You know, the curse and then breaking the curse and then becoming a part of the team, trying to actually develop his storyline and everything. It was just awesome. I loved it, honestly.
Cool. Now, if you had a favorite villain, who would it be?
Ooh, my favorite villain would have to be Diabolico from Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue.
Okay, that's a
Absolutely. You know, taking Merrick when he was a kid, or not Merrick, it was Ryan.
Yeah.
Sorry, my brain farted.
You're good,
I was just talking about Merrick. But yeah, taking him as a kid, raising him to become the evil ranger, and then he realizes the truth and comes out of the shadows and he joins the team and turns everything around, man. I actually just met him in San Antonio back in March.
Really?
And he's actually one of the signatures on here, actually. He's actually right there.
If you had to see a movie or something like that, you wanted to pick a specific team or a different type of storyline, what would you want to see?
Honestly, I would love to see a Shattered Grid movie.
I would love to see a
I
Shattered
would
Grid movie.
love to see a Shattered Grid movie.
Well, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. Hey, I'm Jeff, Green Ranger Jr. on Instagram. I try to do different Tommy looks. My favorite Ranger, my whole life grew up with it, and started cosplaying it. Someone told me I could pull off the JDF look, so I took it and ran with it.
Man, you're killing
I've been
the
doing
look
this
right now.
for all this time, like 12 years now.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: what's the thing that really motivates you about Power Rangers? That really inspires you about Power Rangers? Or from JDF?
So there's a big part of it. The biggest thing, because being a kid, growing up, watching it, when I'm just getting so much of that positive role modeling, encouragement, mindset that really planted the seeds for who I became. And it's it just did so much for me about instilling positive values, respect, community, collaboration, and I feel like it was much ahead of its time and very well needed.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Now let's talk about this suit. Tell us about it. Tell us about it.
Sure. So this is my red Zeo. I do also have a green one that I wear more.
Okay.
So this one, so I got this suit actually because we're doing a fan film series, a dedication to JDF called the Oliver Knights.
Right.
So I'm red Zeo in that, but I do also have a green one that I can switch out to, and I got a wiring problem, but this does glow red.
Okay.
And I can't switch it to green when I put on the green undersuit. And so I just wanted to make something that whatever color I wore, I could still pull off one of the JDF looks and Tommy looks. So, and also travel friendly and stuff, you know. And so I was just trying to make like an ultimate hybrid. So basically, you can see the Green Ranger pattern here and there, but I mixed in the Zeo. And so I got Zeo in the shield, the Dino Thunder in the middle, and some elements of different Tommy shows. So I spent a lot of time with a bunch of different tabs on my computer. How am I going to make a hybrid of all these costumes? And this is what I came up with.
Okay. There's one thing that really stuck out to you, one lesson that you really took from Power Rangers, even into adulthood. What would you say it is?
So many.
I know,
That's a tough question. You know what I think it was, because it's really shaped my career. So doing going to school for psychology and doing a career in social work was definitely watching the adult Rangers mentor the little kids.
Yeah.
Especially the kids who are troubled, going through hard times. That really shaped, like I said, it instilled so many things in me when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
So I just naturally became that young adult figure and mentor in other kids' lives as I just watched it. And you watch something and it instills in you, this is what adults are, and you aspire to be that positive person. And so that plants a seed, right?
Yeah.
So when you grow and that stuff takes root, it just became that. So then working with kids and all sorts of stuff, it just felt like my calling, because it has always been instilled.
I get that. I get that stuff. We back in the chocolate milk corner again. We got a very special guest. I feel like it don't get no better than this. We got Miss Sky Frank, the daughter of Jason David Frank, the OG Green, OG White Ranger. Go ahead, say hey.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Sky Frank, the daughter of the legendary Jason David Frank, the GOAT, the one and only Tommy Oliver.
Hell yeah. Okay, so let me ask you a quick question. What does it feel like to basically be part of all of this? Like,
it's a very humbling experience, because I did lose my father, and and I appreciate that. But you know what though, it's a beautiful feeling to see how many people love my dad, and how many lives that he inspired, how many lives that he changed. Like, it's a beautiful feeling. I love coming here. I love doing shows. I love meeting people. You can never get tired of hearing about great things of your father. You know what I mean?
Okay. What's like one lesson that he taught you that really stuck with you? Something that you can just it just stays with you. Something that you can apply.
Something I could. He's always told me to just grind hard, stay working. You know, just got to keep grinding. Stay focused. It was lit.
People stop you all the time. People be like, "Oh my God, I know your dad." Like, what?
Man, you know what's crazy? I didn't really know my dad was the Ranger until I probably got a little older.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was lit though. I mean, my dad's a Power Ranger, bro. Who can say that?
My daddy is the Power Ranger.
Right. That's my daddy.
Hell yeah.
Music licensing reimagined.
We have another guest. Would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself to us one more time?
Hi everybody, I'm Drew Pearson. I've got a company, XR Dojo, where we create AR, VR experiences, websites, mobile apps, all that stuff for branding, marketing, education, that kind of stuff. So,
okay. So I know you're a gamer, man. Are you also a Power Rangers fan too?
Yeah, oh yeah. I watch them since day one. So.
Favorite Power Ranger team? And then if you could see them come back in a movie or some type of special, who would you want to be?
I'll always be a fan of the originals. The OGs for sure. So kind of like Transformers. Just keep going back to the originals.
Yeah. They should do a crossover or something.
Yep. Oh, that'd be fun. Visit me at xrdojo.com and learn more about what we do.
You guys, we back here day 2, 2025 Ranger Stop and Pop, and we're just on day 2, wrapping everything up, and we're still gonna go around and look at some cool stuff, as you can see right now. Courtesy to my friend Green Ranger Jr.
Just want to lend some of the power. There's always that moment
And I definitely feel it, you guys. So just stay tuned. Here we go. Jorge Vargas, if you do not know him, he was Blake Bradley on Power Rangers Ninja Storm. And how you doing today, man?
I'm doing well. Hello, how's everybody out there? Doing well? Glad to be here, man.
So let me ask you the first question. First thing, when you got the call that you were going to be a Power Ranger, did you know right away it was a Power Ranger, or did you just kind of go for it and wing it?
Yeah, no, I knew it was Power Rangers. Okay. I worked with Douglas Sloan,
okay,
one of the executives on a show previously called Skate. So when he was working on this one, he called me up, let me know what was going on, come out and audition. Yeah. At the time, before I had broken my back, I had just gotten out of the wheelchair. I was in the hospital when I got the call.
Okay.
I'm telling him, I go, my head is shaved. I go, I just got out of a wheelchair. I don't know what's going to happen. There's a little bit of a pause on the other end. He's like, well, how fast does your hair grow? And just hearing that gave me enough, energy to come back. He's like, you come up to New Zealand, we'll get you trained by real ninjas, get you some real good food, get you back in the gym. It was the best thing for me.
So you never had any ninja training beforehand or prior?
No. I fought judo competitively when I was younger. Yeah, so I had experience before.
Oh man, so how does it feel like being a Power Ranger?
Oh shit!
Hey, how are you?
Hey,
how's it going? I messed him up.
You gotta introduce yourself too real quick.
Hey, who do we got here?
Hi,
I love you too, man.
I'm Kevin Duhaney,
AKA
Jeff Razzo.
Love you, man.
Sorry, y'all. Excuse me.
Back with a very special guest. We got Mr. Christian Wilson. This is actually extra special because he and I went to high school together, and we just happened to bump into each other today. Christian, man, how you doing? Good. And so you've been out here all 3 days.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. So what's been your favorite thing the entire time?
So honestly, just the people, like the amount of people coming in and really getting to see how big the Power Ranger fan base is.
Yep.
That's a great thing to see.
Yeah, and the crazy part is that you and I, like on social media, we found out that the other one liked Power Rangers because we didn't really talk that much in high school and everything like that, which is insane. But what's like the lesson that stuck with you growing up and loving Power Rangers? Or what did they teach you more so?
Honestly, like the leadership aspects, like leadership, always striving to overcome different obstacles. Like, Power Rangers, they went through a lot of different things from time to time.
Yeah.
And it was great to see like their thought process behind overcoming those obstacles.
The perseverance of it all. Heck yeah. So who's your favorite Ranger? Actually, let's take it back a little bit. Who's your favorite team?
Power Rangers in space.
Okay, that wasn't obvious. And I'm assuming your favorite Ranger is the Red Ranger.
Red Ranger.
Okay, so I've been asking everybody this question. If they came to you and said, we want you to give us ideas for the movie, what would be your vision? What would you want to see?
So I'm a big fan of the Shattered Grid storylines.
Right.
I would love to see that. Like, I know we don't have Jason David Frank anymore, rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have Jennifer. I always felt like they could have like an alternate dimension version of Draken.
Okay.
But it actually be Jenna, his daughter.
Which would absolutely work. Absolutely work. Okay, what else you got? Or that's just like, you don't have to tell me everything.
I got quite a few things.
Okay.
Like, that's my biggest one I've been thinking about for a long time. I'm like, it's still something that they can do.
Yeah.
The black president of Blair. I could not pick up any food in the ring, so I had to take this.
Well, all right, you guys. That was the 2025 Ranger Stop and Pop with your main man. Yes, Chocolate Milk Poppy. You know, it took me a little bit to edit this video actually, and just me going over all of the footage and everything, even though it was a little, at this time it's been about 2 weeks, I'm still in awe of how that weekend went. First of all, I just want to thank God, because that was a big blessing just for me to be able to go out there and me to be able to, you know, essentially do something that I love for the most part, which is being a people person and really interacting with all kind of people, especially the people who I'm interacting with happen to share the same love that I share with the Power Rangers. And if you made it this far to the first ending of the first segment to my first episode, I deeply, deeply appreciate you hanging out and staying in here this long. But again, if you did have a good time and you want to hang out, you want to keep sticking around, you want to let the good times roll, you want to keep blowing up with me, you're going to have to make sure that you like the video, like I said earlier, and subscribe to the channel, like I also said earlier. I am also open to new ideas, so that's what the comment section is for. If there's a certain type of segment you want to see me do, or a certain type of series you want to see me do, or a convention that you would like for me to go to and cover over there, just go ahead and drop something in the comments. I'll read them and I'll try to, I'm not going to say I'm going to try to fulfill everybody's needs, but we're going to at least hit the stuff that I feel like is going to be pretty cool. I feel like I'm going to get some creative stuff in the comments. I would love to hear everybody's creativity. I'd love to hear the ideas just to see where you guys would like to take me, or like to see me go. The only thing I ask is that you make sure you keep it respectful, keep it clean. Don't try to send me nowhere crazy, because guess what? I'm not gonna do it. Like, no. But anywho, for now, you guys, I'm about to go ahead and sign off. Thank you for this chat in the Chocolate Milk Corner. I really do appreciate it. And also, what I'm going to try to do is make sure I leave a little bit of positivity at the end of every video, just so you guys can continue to have a great day. Or if you weren't having that great of a day beforehand and I leave you a little bit of positivity, hopefully it'll turn your day around from there. But for this first episode, I'm not going to do that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have a few special people give you some words of positivity this time. And again, I can't wait to see you guys the next time. Everybody have a blessed day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are at. And I will most definitely see you guys the next time. Peace out. Oh, actually, before I forget, what I'm going to also do is put all my socials down here at the bottom and everything like that, so that you guys can follow me and you guys can keep up with all the other content that I'm going to be working on and everything too. We're doing a slow burn, people, but we're going to make it work, okay? All right. You guys, be blessed. Later.
Our last thing for you, if you could push out a little bit of positivity, what would you want to say to everybody, all the new kids coming to Power Rangers? And
honestly, man, my one thing that I could tell, if I could say it honestly, don't stop believing in your dreams. So I've been doing my t-shirt business for 3 years now. Started off at doing farmers markets. This is our first major convention out of the state of Texas.
Yeah.
And it's been fantastic. People have been really positive. They've been loving loving the shirts. They've been loving our other items that we have available. We have 3D printed Pokeballs, all of our custom dice, our dice daggers, and people have been just really, really, really positive about it. So,
but keep your heads up, man. Stay positive. Check in on each other. Everybody, make sure everybody's okay, right? I think that's it. It's like whatever you got in your heart that you want to do, just stick it out. Stick with it. It'll come through, man. I think that's what I want to leave everybody with today.
Well, thank you, man. We really
thank you for your time today yourself,
man.
Your time. Thank you. All right.
Because literally my favorite saying on the planet is positive thinking equals positive results. It was the line that my cousin lived by. God rest his soul. So that's in everything for me. Positivity is everything. The reason the Power Rangers work so well is it's that sword in the stone mentality. They were pure of heart. They were best friends. They were the same thing as Captain America. They're the same character before and after the super soldier serum.
Honestly, just stay up. Stay up. I'm like, a lot of crazy things have been going on in the world, and it's like, don't let that beat you down. Just stay up in life. Like, try to move forward.
Of course. Thank you, man. We really appreciate your time, man.
No problem.
So I like to spread mental awareness, suicide prevention. The one thing I would want to tell anybody who's watching is you are loved. You are more than loved. You have family and friends and people who love you, people that support you. And if you ever feel down, you ever feel lonely, suicide is not the option and it's not the way out. Keep your head up, stay blessed, and you are loved. And we love you. Coming from the Ranger community, so